Dick, WB2JPQ. Oh golly, for the Wednesday edition of the Morning Brew, we're trying to pull ourselves together here. We're a little late last night after doing the TechNet. I along with Vicky KVKY. Scott's in here to get to BLT as well this morning. And LKPAC will be doing the second hour. So the question, kind of an interesting one, I thought. A lot might know, a lot might have an answer, and a lot might know the answer. But is your childhood home still in your family? Is your childhood home still in your family? You know, many times the parents pass on, and one of the kids might move in, and maybe grandkids and so forth. I know that was the case in my parents' home for many, many years, but it is no longer in the family, but it was for a long time. So that's our question this morning. Is your childhood home still? Let's take some mobiles. I've got a whole bunch of text check-ins. If you texted in, we got you. I'm not going to read the list right now. I'm going to get moving here with mobile. The mobile stations only wishing to get in here on the morning edition, the Wednesday morning. Net control. 951 already closed. Up to 1,000. Tango Yankee Alpha. Have a big celebration. Mobiles only. Will be a B2JPQ.
Kilo Zulu 4 Juliet November. Kilo Zulu 4 Juliet Mobile.
Kilo Juliet 5 India Charlie Golf. Kilo Juliet 5 India Charlie Golf Mobile.
Kilo Foxtrot 6 Hotel Juliet. Kilo Foxtrot 6 Hotel Delta Juliet.
Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Yankee Alpha. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Yankee Alpha.
KQ4 UAM. KQ4 UAM. KF8 DGE Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Golf Echo. Hold on for a minute. Some of these don't sound like they're mobile, but we'll fill in there. I want mobile stations only. Mobile stations only. I got Nick in Toledo. I got Kevin in Interlachen, Florida. Good morning to Brent at 10th Bola. Just before Brent, the YSK, the 8YSK, we need your prefix, please. Eight YSK from the GM repeater, please. We need your prefix. Yes, they're gone. Good morning to Gordon in Richmond, Texas. We got Andrews in Gainesville, Florida. And KO4TYA, Florida, Mobile. What's that all we do this morning, Greg? We'll work down this list and we'll see if we got any other mobile stations. KO4TYQ. Again, our question this morning is your childhood home family. Good morning.
Good morning, Net Control, everybody on frequency. You know, funny, the childhood home that I grew up in, I actually physically burnt it down. I was playing with matches as a kid, caught fire, and tragically it perished. Insurance rebuilt it, we sold it, and haven't looked back. Back to Net Control.
Well, without going any further this morning, I really think you're going to get the door prize. Anyone can beat that story. Good morning. Florida, good morning, KZ4ZN.
Good morning, everyone. I would say no, it is no longer in our family after I moved to Florida from Sweden. My dad downsized and sold it. So I hope everyone has a great day. I did see it when I went back to Sweden last 2 years ago. It's still there. Look, everyone has a great day. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November. Back to you, Dick.
We certainly all have a lot of memories from our childhood home. Thank you for being here. Have a nice day. Good morning to Gordon in Richmond, Texas, 5ICG.
Good morning to everybody. No, the answer to the morning question for me today is no, it is not. KJ5ICG.
No for you. Good morning to Brent, KF6HDJ.
Well, good morning, everyone. And, yeah, I'm sorry if you could repeat the question.
Yeah, this morning's question is your childhood home still in your family? Is your childhood home still in your family?
Okay, thanks. The brain cells are still trying to connect there. Yes, and both my parents are still living there in their late 80s, and hopefully they have quite a few years left in them. Stayed there for a couple months while I was coming back from overseas. It's a beautiful home. I miss it, but it's way over there on that left coast. Have a great day. Back to net control, KF6HDJ.
Hey, we got you down for a yes on the left coast. Good morning. KQ4UAM.
Good morning, everyone on the crew. No, sir. Family home is not in the family anymore. Always still in Florida here, but nope, that one go by once in a while, but no, it's not owned by any of the family members. KQ4 UAM, back to the net. Have a good day.
All right, we got you down for a no, Kevin. Good morning to Toledo, Ohio, KF8DGE. Morning, Nick.
Good morning, everybody. My family home is still in the family. My mom still lives there. As a matter of fact, she just got it back a few months ago, about a year and a half ago. It had a fire that took over a good of it. It got restored all the way down to the studs, got new studs, new everything else, and it is still there. KF8DG, back to net.
Oh, we got one house that's been burned to the ground and another one that's burned to the studs. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Nick. Joe, one of our go-to people here that does so much behind the scenes. Sorrento, Florida, KO4F. Joe.
Good morning, Dick, in the Morning Brew. This is Joe, KF4FRR. No, we don't have the family home when I was a kid. It was in Pine Hills, and we're not looking back. KF4FR. It was in Pine Hills, Crime Hills.
There you go. I remember that area driving through there back a few years back. Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Morning, Chuck. W3CV.
Morning, Dick, and everybody on the brew. No, that house is long gone, Dick. Thanks for doing the net. Back to you, W3VE.
All right, Chuck. Well, I'm glad Vicky's awake this morning. I'm starting to take text check-ins here. I want to see if we got any other mobile. Are there any other mobile stations that would like to get at the top of the net? Stations only.
Leo, Kilo 1 Lima Delta Oscar.
K8BWK.
Christopher and David, Sacramento, California. David was the text checking. I'm sorry. We got Christopher. O-D-O. Good morning to you, Christopher. Once again, our question, everybody, is your childhood home your family?
Good morning to all on the net. This is Chris, K1LDO. The answer is yes. My octogenarian mother still lives at our family home. As a matter of fact, earlier this week I was out there doing some yard work, clearing the lot next door, so it is still in the family. Back to net from K1LDO.
This might be an interesting survey. Thank you for being there. Good morning to Ben, Oregon, Ohio, K8BWK.
Morning, Dick, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Sir, not in the family. Everyone have a great Wednesday. Thanks again, Dick. K8BWK.
All right, Ben. Thank you. Have a good day. Let's go up, work a few text check-ins. Belmore, New York. Good morning, Wayne. K2NJV.
Good morning, Dick and the rest of the crew. KC2NJV here. My parents sold that house years and years ago, so the answer is no. And it's still standing. It didn't burn down. It's a differential to some of the other guys. Have a great day.
Did you say it did not burn down?
It did not burn down. It's still standing.
Well, I'm glad of that. We were on a roll here, you know. Thank you. Good morning, Gil. K4GDS. Gil, are you still with me this morning? K4GDS? I guess not. Good morning to Jimmy. KD9YUZ.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. I actually own the family home that I grew up in, and it did have a fire last year, but it's been restored to its former glory. Everybody, good day. KD9YUZ, back to you.
Good morning to Vic. So if you were in the Zoom room, you could see it. She does acknowledge you, Jimmy. She just shakes her head. So there you go. Good morning to Kenneth, Kingsman, Arizona, KK6BCX.
Good morning, and Vicky. You put me down. Both my parents are still living in the home. KK6BCX, back to net.
Still in the family. That's good. How about Michael, KE2EIO?
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vic. Good morning, everybody. No, none of the homes my family owned in the past. They're all gone, and we don't own anything. So the answer is no. It's KE2EIO 73, and thank you, and have a good day. Back to that.
Michael? Well, let's find out about Brooklyn, New York. What's your situation there, Stephen? KD2ZJH, good morning.
Well, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the brew crew. No, not in the family any longer. Everyone have a great day. KD2ZJH, back to net control.
Let's go to Chicago, and then I'll go to Gil. I think we missed Gil in Orlando, or he wasn't around at the time. Chicago, Illinois, N9 BBM. Morning, Nathan.
WB2JPQ in the group, N9 BBM. Good morning. No, we no longer have that child home in our family. Hope everyone has a great day in Hump Day from Chicago. N9 BBM.
Thank you, Nathan. We got you down for a no. Let me go back up to Gil in Orlando, K4GF.
Good morning, Dick. On the brew, coming in on my phone and my hit transfer booted. That was just wonderful. By the time I was 18, 3 states and 6 houses, so I don't really know which one qualifies, but none of them are still in the family. So the answer is no. Okay, back to that.
And it's no for Gil. Ryan Blake, your situation there, my K8 BYU. Morning.
Dick, everybody on the brew, K88 BYU. Well, the one I lived in when I was really young doesn't even exist anymore. The whole 5-block street is now a freeway. And the other one that I lived age 13 to 35 still exists. One of my classmates bought it, and his wife and he have their living in it on the back of their property. It was a mobile home.
Interesting story. It's a little hot this morning. I don't know if you got a different radio, but nothing's changed on our end, I don't think. So, a little bit of distortion on your signal on the voice speaks, just so you know. Let's go down to Claremont, Florida. Morning, WZD. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning to Vicky. Good morning to the crew. Yes, the house is still in the family. My folks still live up in, hopefully for a good time to come. Hey, now, back, Godfather, take care, 7-3, KM4, WZD, back to net.
Thank you, Joe. You have a nice day. Zachary, Kissimmee, Florida, KI6KQO.
Good morning to Dick and Vicky and the rest of the crew. My parents' house when I was 8 years old, and I lived there till I was 18. So put me down for a yes. 7-3 to all. Have a wonderful day. KI6KQO, back to net.
Interesting the way this is rolling out here this morning. I always like some of these questions. Charles in Syracuse, KD2YUY.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody on the brew crew. Put me in the yes column. My parents still living in the childhood home. 73 Alabama, KD2YUY.
Another one in the yes column at 90 hours. This is Dick WB2JPQ. Good morning to Dennis in Dansville, New York. W2KDT.
Good morning to everyone on the brew. No, the family home is not in the family. Hasn't been for some time. That's about it for today. W2KBC wishing you 73, and back to
Nice day, Dennis. To the west, Sacramento, California, and 6QDY. Morning, David.
Yeah, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. 6QDY near Sacramento, California. To answer the question, nope, no longer live in the childhood, or it's not in the family. Everybody have a great day. Back to that, and 6QDY, clear.
Thank you. Yep, our question is home still in your family? For those of you that are coming in here late, that is our question this morning. From Windsor, Ontario, is up next, V3TCF. Morning, Tim. Morning. Unfortunately, the place burned about 25 years ago. They bulldozed it, and it's a narrow, only about 30 feet wide. So I don't think my cousins have been able to sell it down towards the corridor. So yeah, a lot of memories from that place. Anyhow, thanks. Good question. I like that one. Back to that. Vicky had to put a burn in here this morning. You're the one that's you have a ready to Chuck and 5 CHP.
Good morning, brewers. Now, no longer. The place sold it back in '88, and long gone. And that neighborhood has gone through gentrification. Now it's all big boxes, big homes. Probably should have held on to the... Anyway, 73s and 5 CHP.
Got a no for Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Hollywood, Florida. One of the key players down at W4PPX. Morning, Dad.
Hey, good morning, Godfather, and everybody on the Brew Crew. Morning to Vicky, logging. Unfortunately, no. When my mom and dad moved from Johnson City down to Florida, they sold a house up there. Still there, though. 7-3, hope everybody has a good day. W4PPX. Thank you.
Yep. Perrysburg, Ohio. KG8QP.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. Nope, my childhood home is long gone. As soon as I left, parents got out of it. With that, everybody have a great day. KG8QP.
Jeff. Good morning to Dan in Milan, Michigan. We'll get 2 PUT.
Hey, good morning. Yes, the childhood home is still in the family. She willed it to my sister. So, yeah, interesting this morning. Back to you, Dick. Good morning. W2PUT.
I think this was Vicky's question. I'm pretty sure it was. Comes up with some good ones for us in the morning. Thank you, Dan. You have a nice day. I thought it was still in the family. I didn't know if anything had changed in the last few years, but pretty sure that it's City, Florida, NA2B.
Hi, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the net from Birdie and I here in Tampa Bay. Got to get a nice 72 degrees this morning. It's going to be a warm one, though. Unfortunately, it was not a good night last night. The Tampa Bay Rays lost the ball game, and of course the hockey team lost to the Panthers. So maybe there will be a better day tomorrow. Anyway, Dick, in response to the question, no. None of our family members live in the old childhood home. I will say that one time when I was traveling up north, my brother and I took over some pictures and met the family that live there now, because my dad, the family relatives, built a home in
had some old pictures of it being built and gave it to him to talk for a bit, so that was interesting. Anyway, just going to have a good day here. Thanks for what you do. WBQNA to be back to that. A lot of us would like to go back and see what it looks, see what our family homes look like now, if they're still standing and so forth. So it's well said there, Charlie. Let's take some mobile stations, mobiles only. Call signs twice. Once again, 25 past the hour. WJPQ.
Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile.
Whiskey Bravo. Romeo Oscar November Bravo 4 Quebec Oscar November Oscar Romeo Kilo Mobile. Kilo Delta Yankee. Kilo 7 Delta Yankee. 2 PO Picture 4 Kilo Bravo 2 Kilo Quebec 4 Bravo Golf Foxtrot Mobile in and out. I know we missed one out of Orlando. I'll read you the list here what we got. We got Brian, Patrick, Chuck, Ricky, Ron, and James. Who was the that we missed? The Orlando station only, please. It was Barry from Popka. You're right, Vicky. Thank you. Hey, good morning, James. All you gotta do is come on. You have a very distinct voice. I think you come up with your first day, and Vicky's already got your call sign program or logged in here. Good morning, James. Spring, Texas. AA4AW.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody else out there on the Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring, mobile into Houston for work today, and we appreciate what y'all do, and especially Vicky. She is awesome at getting us out, and we are definitely amateur. Quite a lot of train wrecks on here. To the question at hand, no, the family house is been sold. My home after my father passed, it was just too much house for my mother to be in all by herself, and so she's moved, and actually it worked out well. Now maybe 4 minutes down the road from my house, which is really nice. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to Ned. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Thank you, James. I'm going to change protocol here just a minute. I'm going to take some general check-ins, get a list started. Vicky has to leave for 15 minutes, so we'll get a little list started here. Anybody anywhere like to get in here, try to do sort of an orderly manner? I'll come back to these mobiles in just a minute. The text check-in. So anybody anywhere, call signs twice and slowly.
N2QLS, November 2, Quebec, Lima, Sierra. 4, Romeo Hotel Echo, November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. Kilo 4, Papa Juliet Mike, Kilo 4, Papa Juliet Mike, good morning. Juliet Papa Delta, Kilo Charlie 1, Juliet Papa Delta, in and out, good morning. Q4, UWF. Q4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot. KQ4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot, in and out.
November 2, India, Sierra Kilo. November 2, India, Sierra Kilo.
Kilo Juliet 5 Juliet Whiskey Victor. Kilo Juliet 5 Juliet Whiskey Victor.
Good place to hold up right here. Brand, your mobile, I'm going to take you right away at the bottom of my list here. KJ5JWV. Go ahead. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Good morning, everybody. Yes, our house is gone. Like the other gentleman said, gentrification. That's all I got. Thanks.
All right. I guess that's going to be lost myself on the log sheet here this morning. Alrighty, we got Bob in New Jersey. Good morning to you, Bill. In Kentucky, KQ4ZDF was in the office this morning. We got Brad Mobile in St. Petersburg. We'll be right back to you in just a minute. Good morning to Bill, N2BH in Palmyra, Jeffrey in Milton, Vermont, Perry in Leesburg, Florida. Roger, Fort Lauderdale. Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. Jerry in Lancaster, New York. Let me go and work these tax check-ins. Like I said, I kind of jumped around here to get a list for us this morning. Good morning to Ron, Niagara Falls, New York. You're mobile as well, WB4. And good morning, Ron. And once again, our question is, is your childhood home still in the family? Ron, are you still with us? WB4RON. We'll have to mark Ron in and out. See what happens with some of these. I miss them in the morning. Good morning to Barry in Apopka, KQ4RK.
Good morning and happy hump day to everybody on the crew. Thanks for picking me up. No, home is no longer family. All the time I take a trip up to Long Island, I try and swing by just to take a look and take a picture. And if it was still in the family, we probably couldn't afford the taxes there on Long Island. Hope everybody has a great day. 73, back to net control, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Well, that'd be a good question some morning. How many miles are you away from your childhood home? See how far people moved away from their nests. Might be an interesting question. Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning, Chuck. KK7DY.
Good morning, this is Clark, KK7DY, and no, our family home is no longer in this possession. Back to net, KK7D.
Well, Clark, Chuck, at least they start with the letter. Thank you, Clark. Patrick, good morning. KB2POB.
Morning, Nat and everybody. Family home is lived in by my mom and dad. I was there yesterday. My kids from grandparent daycare. KB2, POB, back to net.
Got you down for a yes, thank you. KQ4ZGH was in and out this morning, and Mobile, good morning to you. Chris, Parish, Florida, KQ4GLY. See a text check-in this morning?
Morning, Dick, and everyone on the net. Yes, my brother still lives in our family home. KQ4GLY.
I'm sorry, I was talking over the top of you. What was your answer, Chris?
Yes, Dick. The answer to the question is yes. My brother still lives in the family home.
Get you down. Thank you, sir. That just reminded me they got a mobile hanging down here. That's a problem when you get a long list. You scroll down and they scroll off your log sheet and you miss them. Brad, St. Petersburg, Florida. My apologies. KQ4UWF mobile.
Good morning to all. My family home is about 4 miles south of Strasburg, Pennsylvania. We don't technically own it. The neighbors bought it, so in some regards, it still belongs in the family. KQ4UWF.
Why does that ring a bell with me? Strasburg. What's in Strasburg? A clothing shop or something?
Yeah, Route 30, they created an mall, and then the Strasburg Railroad, and there's a bunch of tourist stuff around there. Somebody, I guess your Lancaster person or Lititz person can tell you a little bit more. KQ4UWF.
Well, Scott said railroad and so did you. So there you go. Maybe I'm thinking of the outlet mall. Thank you. Brad, I'll go back up and work this. Let's go to Gary, Michigan. Gary, NHZFH.
Good morning, Dick Vicky, to the Brew crew, and thanks for asking about that Strasburg Railroad. I'll check that out when we visit our daughter's family in Lancaster. Family home is no longer with the family, and I'll drive by there once or twice a month. It's not too far. Please check me in and out. I'll continue to listen. Beautiful day here in southeastern Michigan, and
Well, thank you. I might have been way off base on something like Pendleton. If you remember the Pendleton jackets, since I'm sure they still got them, but in that, I don't know. I was thinking that was in that city, but I'm totally wrong. Thank you, Gary. Where am I here? Am I going to 1RAD?
Good morning to the net. Yes, my childhood home that I spent the last 10 years of my life still belongs to my parents. I've been about 45 years now, although I think they're going to have to move everything because my mom has Alzheimer's and it's almost too much for them to stay there anymore. My wife's home, which is a couple miles away from my child, is also still in her family as well. So back to the net and 1RAD.
Well, you'll get a twofer, as we call it in here, a 2-for-1. Thank you for being there. My friend Jerry in Manchester, New York. Morning, Jerry.
Morning, Dick, Vicky, the rest of the crew. The answer is no, and I tried to get I waited to get into your net last night, then I went south, but you're a busy guy. All Dan, and put it into QLS, and if you take my call sign and extra S at gmail.com, I have a gift for you, as that was the question last night.
I'll try to remember that, Jerry, and you can always submit any Morning Brew questions. Go to the Coast Reflector website, and I believe under contacts, a drop-down box for contacts, and in that drop-down box, there's Morning Brew questions, report a problem, I believe TechNet questions, but there's quite a number of different headings there, and submit your questions. I saw somebody had posted yesterday on our groups.io how to submit it. So that's information on the website. You can decipher it. Thanks, Jerry. Hobbs, New Mexico. Move right along here. I see Bill is coming into the holding room here. I guess as we could call it, getting ready for the top of the hour morning view. Bill. And another New Mexico, KI5P.
Good morning, Dick. Yes, parents still live in the home, and rest of the day is just some work. Okay, it's a great day. KI5PMI, back to Ned.
Nice to have that repeater back on. I heard I just got the tail over the weekend. Nice to have it back. Morning to Roger, Fort Lauderdale, N4RH.
WPTJPQ, good morning, Godfather and clever cousin Vicky. Always good to hear your voice. November 4, Root Echo. Yes, we still have 5, of which I own 2 outright. One was a mahogany wood plantation house called Riversdale that was converted to 4 apartments and caught a boy playing with matches. And when the firemen arrived, there was no water in the hydrant. My uncle lives in the back part of that property that was originally the horse stables and servants' quarters. I own 10% of those 3 houses. November 4, Roger, I'm enthusiast. Returned to net.
Roger, and I think another one playing with matches, or I think we can put a column there for some amazing here this morning. Leesburg, Florida, Perry, or PJM, morning.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning to the Brew Crew. Seems like my repeater's a little jumpy today, so I'll go through this. No, my family original home is not still in the family, but my grandfather's house is still in the family, so that's a big thing. Back to the net. K4 PJM.
Well, thank you, Perry. Jeffrey, KC1JPT was in it. Thank you, Jeffrey. Good morning if you're listening. And Bill in 2BH, who lives here in this morning. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Dick, Scott, Hale, everybody. We moved 4 times as a kid, and not one of them are family. And 2BH.
Oh, there's another. How many times did you move? Not necessarily from your homestead, but that'd be an interesting question. How many times have you moved? New Jersey. We don't get a lot of New Jersey stations. Morning, Bob. N2ISK.
Okay, good morning all. Yeah, well, no, the childhood home is not in the family anymore. My wife decided she didn't want to buy our house and live there. It was a big mistake. She realized that later. And somebody who bought it made a big ugly addition to it and defeated the purpose of the service drive that went behind it, where you got all your milk deliveries and things. And it's a great place. We had, in the summer, they had a big picnic, collect everybody at the picnic table, have a big picnic up at the park, and it was a great place. But, unfortunately, we didn't keep it. So, anyway, that's the story. Enjoy.
There you go. When I think back of my childhood home, I always used the clothesline. Our clothes outside. If the snow wasn't, she would still hang it outside on a line. That might be a morning brew question. Who remembers about hanging clothes on a clothesline? Or maybe still do today. Back to the subject at hand, Milton. Public at P4 Whiskey. Good morning to you. Milton via the text line, WP4 Whiskey. Are you still with us? Yeah, maybe he couldn't hang on. That's the trouble when we get a long list. New York, KE2EAU.
No, I do not have my child. My dad lives at home, my grandparents' home, so... And it will be both my childhood home, so close enough. Hope today here in New York, that's the next triple KE2EAU.
Oh, it was dark downstairs. All I can tell you, it was not rain, so maybe in the south of Buffalo. I'm not all that far from you. Great. Go to RBC. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. My childhood home is no longer owned by anyone in the family. I haven't seen it for many years. Back to neck and to all, W2, RBC.
We got you down for a no. Randy? Last on this list, Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning, Jeff, KE8SMN.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everyone on the brew. Nope, childhood, not in the family, but a few years ago my wife and I took a day trip and went by all our childhood homes. It's very interesting. KE8SMN, back to that.
A lot of memories, I'm sure. A lot of memories. Let's see if we have any mobiles. Are there any other mobiles that we might have missed earlier? The people on the road going school, play, or whatever. Mobiles only.
2 CJM. W2 CJM.
Good morning.
November Lima Mobile, KT2NL Mobile.
Charlie, Romeo Foxtrot, pedestrian mobile.
Go to Alpha Mike Yankee, KE2 MY, in and out. Good morning.
AJ5 PUS mobile. AJ5 PUS.
I'm back, recheck WP4 Victor Whiskey.
Kilo Echo 8, India November, in and out. Kilo Echo 8, Victor, India November, in and out. Mobile stations, Franklin's in and out. Waterdown, Ontario, Burn, I'll get to you in just a minute. Chip, KD2NL. Charles in Syracuse. W7 Mike. Let me go to these are all mobiles. Milton, go ahead there. I think you might be mobile, or you got a time restraint. Don't forget P4 Victor Whiskey. We'll get you in here and then we'll get these mobiles. Good morning, Milton.
Good morning, senor, to you and everybody listening at WP4VW. My supervisor called me in, so I had to connection. But yes, my mom still lives the house that I grew up and hopefully the house stays with us for quite some time. Back to you, Net Control. Thank you for what you do, and always great to hear from you. Blessings always. WP4 73.
Kind of surprised that you, Melton, you'll have work interfere with ham radio. Shame on you. Thank you. Let me work. Mike. Excuse me, W7OMH. And once again, our question this morning, is your childhood home still in your family?
Good morning, W7OMH. Not a negative. Matter of fact, my mother passed last year, so that has been sold, and I am an East Coaster now, unfortunately. But anyway, back to you, and thank you. Good morning.
All right. And again, I think that might be the morning brew. How many miles away from Instead are you now? We have to give a few days notice because people would have to Google and see how many miles away they've moved to. Charles in Fulton, New York, W2CJM.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody on the crew. No, our house is sold. We no longer own it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thanks for doing the net.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to Jeff, KD2N.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. No, the family home is not still in the family. So I'll say 73. Y'all have a good day, and back to net, KD2NL Mobile.
Scroll over here and look at our pie chart and see how we're doing on yeses and nos here this morning. Vern, what's the situation up there in Waterdown, Ontario? VA3CRF.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody on the net. Cousin Vicky. I don't know, I just like to say that. Not a cousin, but the very talented Vicky. Out for a walk. Temperature is, math in my head here, 40, maybe 45 degrees. So starting off cool, but it's going to warm up. Excuse me, full sunlight. In terms of the question of the day, childhood house is no longer in the family. Quick anecdote. My brother and I drove by there a couple of years ago and checked in with our former neighbors. And fortunately, their houses are still in the family. It was nice to visit with the sons and just catch up. Thank you for doing it, Rick. VA3CR.
Thank you, Brian. I hope to see you at a meet and greet in June 21st. We got to start advertising that. I know Randy has sent out RSVPs, and they have a good showing here. You mentioned Cousin Vicky. I guess that's something that Roger has started. I guess if you go to QRZ and put cousin in, I believe Vicky comes up, and if you go to QRZ and put Godfather in, you'll know who will come up. So a little bit of information, Vern. Useless this morning. Spring, Texas. Bruce, KJ5GUS. No, my family home isn't still at all. Well, it's not in the family, and it's not standing. And back to you. This is KJ5GUS. We got you down for a no. We got the Sal just came in here via the line. We got Scott in Memphis. And we got Andy. Good morning to you. Cheek Dog in New York. W28. Good morning, Andy. Yeah. We'll come back to Andy. He might have got busy. Let me go to Scott in Memphis. Good morning, KY4MB.
Well, I'm Godfather and everybody on the brew crew this morning, and Brother Ray, he's work listening to KY4NB. Well, yes and no. The house that I grew up in, for one, Jonesboro, I'm not sure about as the answer on that one, but where I spent most of my time and remember most of it, that house is still there and still owned by the family, and Mom's still alive in Conway. And so from 1 year, 2 years of age to 12, I drove by this a few months back. I sure did cruise the whole neighborhood and own that one, so yes and no. But for the sake of this, I'll say yes from 12 on. That one's still there and Mom's still in it. Back to you, Godfather. Thanks to Vicky for doing he's doing there behind the scenes and everybody else. KY4NB, back to net.
Hey, thanks, Scott. You have a nice day. Cheek to Log in New York. I'll just go back. Andy, let me see if you're still there. If you're there, W20. Morning, Andy, if you are. Look, at the same town. Good morning, Sal. Cheek to Log on W2SAL.
Good morning, Dick, and the rest of the brew crew. I have still in the family. My kid mother right now. With that, I'll kick it back to you guys. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the nice weather today. It's going to be a balmy 65 degrees here, and the rest of you guys just enjoy it. W2SAL clear.
Thank you, Sal. Thanks for being with us this morning. And Bob from Ecorse, Michigan, just wait. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Dick, Vicky. I didn't catch your question. I guess you're asking about my childhood home, still living it. Well, whoever here, and I was gone for 15 years, lived somewhere else. And the 15 years I worked, I lived out of a suitcase. I wasn't here much, and I'm back here now. Every good day, 7-3, KQ8U, back to net.
Well, thumbs up for answering the question and not knowing the question. Yes, that's exactly. Well, pretty much. It's is your childhood home still in your family? So I guess it's living there, Bob. That would certainly qualify you for a yes. I got a couple minutes before I turn it over to Al. I'll get a list started for Al. Maybe we'll take one or two. Anybody anywhere? Let me see if we got any mobiles. Any mobiles still out there this morning? Mobiles only?
Mobile in number 1, Oscar, Japan.
Hang on, man. The 10J station, it's double city here this morning. Sounded like a 1OJ suffix up.
Kilo 1, Oscar, Juliet, K1OJ, mobile.
10J, we got you, Doug, N9EHT, and there was the KI5. The KI5, please.
KI5, QLE, Kilo, Norfolk, Nebraska.
The QOE, KI5Q suffix.
Lima Echo, QLE.
Okay, looks like the things match up. I guess so. Let me go to you, your mobile, and then I'll turn it over to Bill. It'll be time here. Sounds like you're kind of flaky. You might drop out of the repeater. KI5QLE. Kyle, good morning to you.
Morning. Nation. 1 south of Norfolk, Nebraska, mobile.
We got your call right, but I don't think we're going to be able to get it. We got it as KI5QLE in Texas, but we're going to let it go here this morning. We got Doug, like I said, we got K10J, we'll get to you. We got Mike in Michigan, NA, and Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida, W8UHK. I'm going to send it over to my friend Al. He's going to take you on home here, but start with Doug, N9EHT. Morning, Al. Good morning, everybody. Good day. You beat to JPQ. And thank you, Vicki and Bill and Scott. Everybody was in here helping out this morning.
Good morning, everybody. HBC, along with Vicki, KEAPKY. I think there's a little bit of going on the system today. I'm going to push through it again. What a great question. Is your childhood home still in your family? Mine is not. In fact, the childhood farm my grandparents lived next door, and ours is sold off, and the housing project. I guess that's what happens when the town creeps west side. We're picking up where Dick left off. So let's go to N9EHT Doug in New Caney, Texas. Good morning, Doug. Is your childhood home still in your...
Good morning, Al, and everybody on the brew. No, it is not. It is still standing, I believe. It's up in Indiana, and I moved down to Texas all years ago now. So everybody have a good day. Back to that then on EHT.
All right, thank you, Doug. Have a great day. Let's jump down to Cape Houston, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, all. K10J, Houston. It's a little rainy this morning, but it's a nice day. Childhood home is, I don't believe, is even standing anymore. Left there in the 60s. 73 from Houston, K10J mobile.
All right, thank you all. Thanks for checking in this morning. System, you'll receive a welcome letter if you have a valid email and QRZ. We thank you for checking in. Let's jump down to HLN, Mike in Grove Point Park, Michigan. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Al, Vicki, and the crew. Yes, it is. If childhood is still age 13 to 18, the house lived in when I was in high school, I actually ended up buying from my parents, so I'm still living it to this day. So I guess that would be a yes. Have a great day, everybody, from SWL.
All right, thank you, Mike. Have a great day. Enjoy those beautiful things we've got. Finally on this list, WHK Bill in North Fort Myers. Bill.
Oh, good morning. Let's see, 67 degrees here. Clear skies and sunny. The house that family lived in, Brook Park, Ohio. I was 3 when we moved in, and I was there until I was 20. It's gone. That house is gone. We had to sell it back in the 80s when my dad got sick. Now my grandparents' house, which was next door, is still there. But of course they're not there anymore. But I don't know if that house is still in the family or not. But yeah, things really change. Over the years, they change. And good morning, everyone. 7 Freeze. This is WHK. HK.
Sorry to thank you, Bill. Have a great day. All right, that takes us to the bottom of this list. And already asked mobile, let's just regular check-ins. General check-ins. Come now with your call sign twice and
HIF Whiskey 9 Hotel India Foxtrot, Athens, Georgia.
KQ4 Golf Delta Mike, mobile in Orlando.
Remember, Hotel Victor.
Kilo Alpha 5 Golf Sierra Sierra. Kilo Alpha 5 Golf Sierra Sierra. Bravo 1.
Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Oscar 4 Romeo Alpha Hotel KO4RH in and out. Good morning.
all right, let's first acknowledge KO4RAH Ray in Huntsville, Alabama. Morning, Ray. We had KC3LAB Mike in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. KA5GSS Shane in Beaumont, Texas. K4NHB Nick in Sebring, Florida. We had KQ4GDM Sean in he's mobile. We'll get to it in a moment. W9HIF Leland in Athens, Georgia. We had a KB1 station. If you
Bravo 1 Zulu Sierra Whiskey Harry mobile in Boston.
all righty, KB1 ZSW Harry, it looks like he's mobile. So we'll start station first. And reminder question of the day, is your child still in your family? Let's jump up to KQ4 GDM Sean in Apopka, Florida. Road.
Yeah, thank you. I'm driving under a bridge right now, so its coverage may not be very good. But yeah, KQ4 Golf Delta Mike, home QTH is Apopka. Right now I'm in Orlando. But yes, the family home is still in the family. Mom is alive and living there. Built in the late 60s, and she's owned it all these years. And it's held up well. You know, concrete block home like you see in Florida. So it's got good bones. But thanks for the question. It's a good one. Have a good morning, Brew.
All right, thank you, Sean. Yeah, that is a good question. Got me thinking about growing up on the farm. Right now, so I'm not complaining. Let's jump down to our other mobile station, K1ZSW Harry. Good morning.
Well, good morning to everybody on this net. I've never heard this net before, and hopefully, I don't know if it's a weekly thing, but for being connected to everybody else in the country is really great. The short answer is yes, my childhood home is still standing. My dad's still there, and he's turning 89 tomorrow, so I'll send it back to net control, but yeah, it's really great to hear the rest of the country.
Well, all right, thank you, Harry, and we are here Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Morning Brew net on the East Coast Reflector, so yeah, check in often. We're here Friday. Let's jump up to the top of the list. W9HIF Leland in Athens, Georgia. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. W9HIF Athens, Georgia, where it's 63 degrees, and I'm just getting up. We got guests coming a little bit later this morning. I got two sets of guests coming. I got my ham buddy who usually comes around 9, and then later on my wife's daughter and son and our
going to show up as well. With that, we'll turn back to net control, W9HIF Athens.
Alrighty, thanks, Leland. Let's jump down to K4NHV, Sebring, Florida. Good morning, Nick.
Well, good morning to everybody here on the net. Hey, that was a great question. No, we was home back in 2009, so it's long gone. Anyway, everybody have a great day. K4NHD in Sebring, Florida.
Alright, thank you, Nick. Have a great day yourself. Let's jump to GSS Shane in Beaumont, Texas. Morning, Shane.
This is KA5GSS. Man, we must have some gypsy in our blood. We moved so much as a kid and even as an adult being military, so those homes are long gone. Hope everybody has a good day. KA5GSS back to net control.
Alright, thank you, Shane. Yup, I understand that. We were in the same house until I was about 13, 14, then we moved like 6 times. Alright, let's jump to KAV, Mike, in Lititz, Pennsylvania. Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning. This is KC3LAB, Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Beautiful sunny day here this morning. Gorgeous day in Amish country. Negative to the question. And we are 75 miles from where we grew up in Philadelphia to where we are here in Lancaster County. Thank you very much for the question. And have a great day, everyone. Hope everybody stays happy, healthy, and hydrated. KC3LAB clear.
Alright, thank you, Mike. Have a great day yourself. That takes us down. Now, KABAC along with Vicky, KEAPKY, logging for me. Trying to keep me out of trouble. That's a huge task. Let's start another one. Morning Brew. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly. This is 1GD2, Lima 1, America 1, Germany, Denmark, Quebec.
Alpha Golf 5. Alpha 2. In and out. One. One CBM. KE2 EED, KE2 EED. KE2 FLO, KE2 FLO, mobile in the workshop. Good morning. This is Kilo 6 Lima November India. Saying hi to all this morning. That I will be in all 679.
For Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra, 4G1 NYF, sound in and out.
Foxtrot, that's an 8-hour WS. Anything else, please check me in and out. That's in and out.
Well, alright. Acknowledge our in and outs first. Andy, WF, Bill, Trenton, Michigan was in and out. Good morning, Bill. 4G, Stephen in the Philippines, he was in and out. SLNI, Lancelot, he was in and out. KFLO was mobile in Buffalo, New York, and he was in and out. KD5Z, Paul in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they were all in and out.
sticking head in this morning and saying good morning to us. Enjoy your day. Then we had KE2EED, Christopher, New York. We had CBM Carlos, our aerial net controller. We had AG5 Bobby in Monument, Mexico, and GDQ Joe in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Anyone we missed, come back to the call sign twice and slowly.
KR4CKC, KR4CKC. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee 83RY, mobile in and out. Center.
Echo 3, Tango Golf, November. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf, November. In Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Charlie 1, Quebec, Kilo, Charlie 1, Lima, Quebec, White, Quebec, Kill Messages.
All right, adding on to that list, in and out, so we had BA3 ERY, Eduardo, LaSalle, Ontario, Canada, good morning. And then ULQ, Mike, Southern Massachusetts, I think he was somewhere else. We have BE3 TGN, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, and KR4CKC, Bill, and Oklahoma, Florida, I think. Jump up to KA1. GDQ, Joe, Foxborough, to the childhood home, still in your family. Good morning, Joe.
Well, good morning to you, Ben. This is KA1 GDQ, and the answer is yes and no. We'll start with the no first. The original house, we sold that, the family sold that back in the 99. However, we still have our summer place on Cape Cod. We've lost mom and dad since then, but we still have it between all of us kids. We still use it when we can. It's 54 degrees here, and I'm actually at my girlfriend's in Marlboro. And so that's eventually going to get changed eventually, so here anyway. So, all right, with that, 7-3 to all, and I'll keep the link up if anybody else using the MRA link to the Coast Reflector. I'll keep it going. KA1 GDQ.
Joe, have a great day. Let's jump down to Bobby in Monument, New Mexico. Good morning.
Calling me AG5B.
Yes, next. AG5BB, you still with us?
Yeah, I don't know, I have like a bunch of packet icing on the audio coming this way. I don't know if you're hearing it coming back that direction, but no, home is still not family to answer in there.
Alright, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, we're experiencing a little bit, we're pushing through it, but we're getting a little bit of issues going on here. It's getting a little bit better. I think behind the scenes to see what's going on, but appreciate you checking in this morning. Let's jump up to N1 CBS Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, all. Vicky and the rest of the crew. Fantastic morning down here in Melbourne, Florida. 72 degrees, blue skies, and the ocean's looking fantastic from my room. One of the perks of being the aeronautical mobile operator. And yeah, our childhood home is still with us, with the family. It's one of those things that you look back and you say, hey, how lucky I am. Yeah, I am too. And a quick reminder for everybody out there who are interested in the Mobile Friday, right after the second cup, we'll take taking the Aeronautical Mobile for a spin, going up the East Coast to New York. And it's going to be right after the second cup, 10 a.m. You know, you got to give us probably 15, 20 minutes to go up there and settle cruise phase so we can switch over and start taking the calls. And once CBN, back to you all. Have a great day.
Sorry, thank you, Carlos. I'll try on that. Aeronautical Net after the second cup on Friday. Be sure to be there, everybody. Let's jump to KE2 EED. Christopher in New York. Good morning.
Good morning, 73 to everybody. Listen, yes, my house is still in the family. My mom still lives there, and I go there often, although I'm about 45 miles away. I make the trip in there probably every weekend to every other. Everybody enjoy your day. KE2 EED.
All right, thanks, sir. Have a great day yourself. Next up, KR4 CKC Bill in Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, KR4 CKC. Another beautiful day here in the Villages. 70 degrees right now. It's supposed to be going up into the high 80s here today. And no, I do not have, still don't live in my childhood family house. KR4 CKC.
Thank you, Bill. Have a great day yourself. Let's jump down finally on this list. KC1 WLQ Mike, Medfield, Massachusetts. Mike.
Morning, KC1 WLQ. Yeah, my still standing. Both my parents still live there. I was actually just there in
and woods around it, but yeah, technology and in progress. I haven't destroyed it, but yeah, it's fine. I got a lot of memories. We have a couple of text check-ins. A8CLG Doug in Homosassa, Florida, and KF0MH Bill in East Bethel, Florida. Let's jump to WA8CLG Doug in
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And sorry for the double check-in on the text. Sent the text, and I didn't get a answer back right away, and so I sent another one. So it just took a little while. So sorry for that. And the answer on the question is no. The last I checked not too many months ago, and where the childhood home that I remember the most would be sitting right in a freeway interchange in the city of Detroit, so that's been long gone. Everybody have a good day, and to the gentleman whose father is turning, I think he said 98 or something like that, a happy birthday to him. WA8CLG. Back to you, Al.
Alrighty, thank you, Doug. And I think we missed Tim, TE3T10. I don't remember even saying his name, so let's jump up to him. Good morning, Tim.
They're home and vacation approved. There's no definitely both my parents are Simon Keys, you would say on ham radio there, but definitely the answers no, they're over. Back to you, PE3 TGN in Windsor.
All right, thank you, Tim. Enjoy this beautiful day we're having out there. Thank you for checking in. Finally, let's jump down to KF0MHN, Bill. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning, and good morning, crew. No, no one owns them. I grew up as a kid, and that was in Ohio, Northeast Ohio. But I've been in Minnesota for 30 years. Back to that, this is KF0MA.
All right, thank you, Bill. Have a great day. Enjoy it. It takes us down to the bottom of the list. It's 8:20 near the bottom of the hour. Make another list. Let's get a nice long one in here. Come now if you call sign twice and slowly.
So, Quebec 4, Papa Oscar Kilo, Kilo, Quebec 4, Papa Oscar Kilo.
Kilo Golf 8, Julia Lima. Kilo Golf 8, Julia Lima in Ohio. In and out, sir. Thanks.
KJ7, IJU, Kilo, Juliet, Juliet Uniform Mobile. KO 4MM.
Kilo Echo 2, the X-Ray Quebec, KE2 CXQ.
Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta.
Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo. Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
Charlie 0, Alpha Quebec. Kilo Charlie 0, Golf Alpha Quebec. In and out. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Charlie Kilo. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Charlie Kilo.
Kilo Delta 3 Echo, Kilo Delta 3 Echo. In and out.
That's a respectable list. Let's acknowledge our in and outs first. We had KD Lance in Austin, Texas. He's new to the system. Thanks for checking in, Lance. Hope time you can stick around and answer the question. We had KC0GAQ, Jeff in New York. BA3KJ Jensen in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. And we had KGHJL in the Plains, Ohio. They were all in and out. Thank you for saying good morning, guys. Then we had KE2, CCK, Matthew, Frankfurt, New York. We had KG5, DXB, Frank, Sugarland, Texas. KC3FGD, Ray, Pennsylvania. KE2, CXQ, Don, Wayland, New York. We had KO4, UMM, Roger, Florida, one of our net controllers. We had KJ7, IJU, Sean in Portland, Oregon. He's mobile. We'll jump back with you in just a second, Sean. KQ4POK, Gonzales Springs, Florida. Let's take care of our mobile station, KJ7IJU. Just as a reminder, is your childhood home still in your family? Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, and good morning on the brew. To answer the question, no, it's not. It was sold and then torn a few years ago. Put up, we had a few acres and the whole thing was sold, and they put up a couple houses there, as they like to do anytime they get a hold of any bit of property these days. So no, unfortunately it's not. But yep, I'll go ahead and hand it back to you guys. Everybody have 73 is KJ7 IJU. I'll be listening.
All right, thank you, Sean. Have a great day. Jump up to KQ4, K Gonzo, Winter Springs, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Al, and everyone on the Morning Brew. To answer today's question, no, the original house has been since sold, and yeah, we've all moved to the places. Back to net control, this is KQ4POK, clear.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a great day yourself. We have KO4, Roger in Umatilla, Florida, one of our controllers. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Al, and the crew. You can put me down for no. None of them, and I think in there between being born and 18 years old, I think we lived in 8 or 9 houses, and most of them are still there. The one I was born in, Tunford, is still there, so pretty interesting subject. See everybody for the 20-meter net tomorrow at 10 a.m. on 14.317. Hope to see you all there. KO4, I'm clear.
All right, thank you. That is almost Thursday, isn't it? I got Monday off. It screws up your whole week. Thanks for checking in this morning, Roger. Next up, KE2, CXQ.
Good morning to the Brew Crew, and as far as the question, no. Believe it or not, before I was 18, my family moved 18 times, roughly in that area, in the Army. And for the last 10, 12 years, I've lived in one house, Wayland. And aside from that, we're here, bright and sunny, and going to be a nice day. This is KE2CXQ, back to that. Good day and a good week.
All right, thanks for checking in this morning. Hoping my issue will clear up here in a minute. KC3, ED Ray, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, Vicky and everyone on the answer to the question, no longer there. The home is still there, but we know as far as the rest of the day, beautiful day here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, so going to spend some time up to our wonderful wood shop and over to the gardens today. Everyone have a great day. Back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Ray. Have a great time yourself. KJ5DX, Sugarland, Texas. Morning, Frank.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Al, to Vic, everybody out there. Put me down in the no category. Thank you for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB, back to you, Al.
All right, thank you, Frank. Have a great day yourself. Next up, we have KE2CCK, Matthew in Frankfort, New York. Good morning, Matthew.
Hey there, good morning, Al. How are you? Good morning to everyone on the net. One out of two of the houses, as in my childhood, is still standing. The other one was bulldozed and made into an extra 4-acre lot. This is KE2C, back to night control. Have a good morning.
Yeah, I appreciate you checking in this morning. I just jumped into my other node here. Next up, we have K2CMT Mike in DeBerry, Florida, our birthday boy. Good morning.
Good morning, another one. I'm out on the St. John's River this morning. Visiting the family, going to appointment. That's first base. And the home place is still there. And everyone have a great day. This is K2CMT.
Hey, sir. I hear you're 21, so we're here. Next up, W2EM, New York. And happy birthday to Mike. I think he was but I don't know. Anyway, I've lived in a bunch of different houses as a kid. None of them are in the family anymore. It's long gone. So no. Anyway, back to W2EM. Have a good day.
Thank you, Chuck. Good shape. Yep. I'm going to pack a lot of second on me, too, this morning. I don't think I'm going to be a whole lot better, but morning to Roy in Livonia, Michigan, W8ROY. ROY. How about Jim? KD3ATQ. Good morning, my friend. Easton, Texas.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and I got a lot of packet loss here also, so hopefully I'll make it through. Answer to the question, at home is no longer in the family. Still standing. We see it once in a while. Back to the net, KD3ATQ.
Not sure, we got some issues going on. The version of software that people are using, we have pretty much determined that, so we're working on it. Thanks for being there. Jason, Milwaukee, Oregon, KK7ZSH.
Morning, everybody on the Brew crew. First off, I had to go mobile and the battery is dying, so I'll make this kind of quick. No, we do not own the family childhood home anymore. We had to let it go a few years ago after Mom passed away, and it needed a lot of work, so nobody really wanted to put that on. So, good morning to all. 73s all around. Have a great day. CSH.
Thanks, Jason. Let me go to Mike in Albuquerque, New Mexico. W5MHG. Good morning.
Well, good morning, W5MHG. Gracie says, bow wow, yippee. She still lives in her first home, and our home is not in the family at all. Thanks so much for all you do, and Vicky putting up with all of us. We do appreciate it. W5MHG from the land of enchantment. And we do that text line, 73.
Alrighty, thank you, Mark, and give Gracie an extra treat from me. Hopefully the packet loss is a little bit clearer now. I just rebooted everything. The technology, you gotta love it. Alright, we've reached the bottom of this list. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8. Why? Fighting technology, but we're getting through. We're going to push right through it. We got about, let's take some more check-ins. Let's get another list going. Check-ins, the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew, all times twice and slowly.
Kilo Alpha 2, Echo Uniform, KA2EU.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec, NW, Victor, Yankee, Quebec, Kilo, Quebec 4, Yankee, Quebec.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa, India, Charlie. Delta 8, Papa, India, Charlie.
Kilo Delta 25, Julia, Victor, Echo on KD2, HW, on the mobile, so I'll be in and out.
Kilo Zulu 8, Juliet Foxtrot, Kilo Zulu 8, Juliet Foxtrot, in and out.
8 to Papa, Whiskey, Quebec 8 to Papa, mobile, in and out.
KI5OWH, KI5OWH.
Kilo 4, Victor Tango Tango, KK4 VTT, mobile.
Alrighty, well, we got KK4 VTT, Bruce, in Kissimmee, Florida. He's mobile. We'll be right back with you, Bruce. KI5 OWA, Joe, Amarillo, Texas. WQ8P, Nathan, Orlando, Florida. We had KZ8JF, Jason, Oil Oak, Michigan. AD2AJW, Matthew, Rochester, New York. Those are both in and outs. Good morning, guys. We had WD8PIC Bob in Sylvania, Ohio, KQ4 VYQ, James, Huntsville, Alabama, NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and KA2E Scott in Spring, Texas. Let's jump down to KK4 VTT, Bruce. Is your childhood home still in your family? Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning. I don't know if I'm going to get through. I'm under a tunnel right now. What was that question?
Question of the day is your childhood home still in your family? Somebody in your family still have your childhood home?
Oh, no, that's negative. I was brought up in the ghettos in New York City. Oh, no, the ghettos in New York City, no. The apartment is still there, though.
Alrighty. Yep, so we'll put you down as a no. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's AA2EEU, Scott, Spring, Texas. Come on, Scott.
Yeah, good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. Actually, I had 3 childhood homes. First one, Cheektowaga, New York. Second one, West Seneca, New York. Third one, Colden, New York. All 3 of those are no longer family. Back to you, KU2EEU.
Alrighty, thank you for checking in this morning. Have a great day. NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jeff. Yes, still in the family and still got family members with us. I got brother and sister in it. Thanks a lot.
Alrighty, thank you, Jim. Have a great day. Next up, KQ4 VYQ, James, Alabama. Good morning, James.
Good morning. My childhood home is still in the family. Back to net, KQ4 VYQ.
Alrighty, thanks for checking in this morning, James. Let's go over to WD8PIC, Bob in Sylvania, Ohio. Good morning, Bob.
Morning. And yes, the home I'm currently in is still in the family. They're not. So, New Jersey and two more Ohio's. Everyone have a great rest of the day, and beautiful sunny day here, and it's going to be even warmer than yesterday, so probably in the 70s today. Everybody have a great rest of the day. WD8PIC.
Bob, yep, they're saying possibly some storms around 3, 4 o'clock, so your upstairs microphone's going to get a workout today, buddy. Let's jump to WQ8P, Nathaniel, Orlando, Florida. Good morning.
WQ8P. Are you still with us this morning? All right, nothing heard. Let's go to KI5OWA. Joe in Amarillo, Texas. Good morning, Joe.
I hope everybody's doing well. 56 degrees here in Amarillo. And yes, the childhood house is still in the family. My dad's still living there. So, yes, my second childhood house is still there. The first one, we moved away when I was really young. So, back to you from KI5OWA.
All right, thanks, Joe. Have a great day. Well, that wraps up that list. Let's start another one. If you want to get in on the morning brew, come down to call signs twice and slowly.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November. November 8, Mike Juliet, November.
YNU, in and out.
Kilo,
Quebec 4, Echo, Oscar, India, Q4, EOI, in and out, please. Good morning.
November 6, Kilo, November Echo. And I'm here in Fusagasugá, Colombia.
India Tango Golf, KS5 ITG, and I will be in and out.
KC2 JPQ, KC2 JPQ, in and out.
November 5, Romeo Lima, November, and 5, RLN, Marvin Houston, in and out.
Echo 5 Delta Mike, Kilo Echo 5 Delta Mike. And out.
November Charlie, Whiskey, Gale frequency, in and out.
Alrighty, well, we had some doubles there. I'm going to tell you who we got, and then we'll take the rest of you. We had WW2RF John in New York. We had KE5DM Derek Spring, Texas. N5RLN Bob Houston, Texas. And KC2JPQ New York. And K5YNU Florida in Conroe, Texas. They were all in and out. Thanks for checking in this morning, guys. My thumb slipped. Then we had, let's see, where did we leave off? KF5ITG, Clinton, Shallow Water, Texas. He's mobile. We'll get to you in a minute. N6KNE, Ken, Fort Jones, California. W2KJB, Tony, Homestead, and N8MJN, Marston. He's also mobile. We'll get with you too, Marston. Then we had, sounded like a KO4EOI, possibly, John, in London. Come back with that twice and slowly just to verify that. If we have somebody with a KO4 call sign. All right, here nothing. How about somebody with an N5? An N5 call sign.
Yeah, I think that was me. November 5, Charlie, Lima, Echo. I'll just be in and out. Seems like the packet losses get better.
All right, N5, CLE, Dale, in Claiborne, Texas. Yeah, we've been fighting it all morning, Dale. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in this morning. Okay, anybody we missed, come back with your call, spend twice and slowly. All right, nothing. First off, we have N8 MJN, Marson and Sterling Heights. Question of the day, is your childhood home still in your family? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Alan, everybody on the Brew Crew. This is N8 MJN. No, neither of my childhood homes are still in the family, although my grandma's house in Poland is still in the family, so we still have a house in Poland that we can go back to. But both the houses I lived in when I was a child in Poland, we have sold. So with that, I'll send it back to net control, say 73, and 8 MJN.
All right, appreciate you. And safe travels. Enjoy this beautiful day we have going, Marson. And then we have KF5 ITG Clinton in Shallow Water, Texas. He's mobile too. Good morning, Clinton.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, my mom still lives in the house I grew up in, and my grandmother still lives in the house that we always went to visit her in the hope everybody has a good day. KF5, ITG.
All righty, thank you, Clinton. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Next up, we have W2KJV Tony, and one of our facilitators. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, everyone on the Morning Brew. Tony here in Homewood, Wisconsin. We're at 70s. Negative on the home I grew up in is no longer in my family. Hope everyone has a great day. W2KJV, back to net.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a great day. Next up, we have N6KNE Ken in Fort California. Good morning. Good morning, N6KNE HK here in Fusagasaga Company. The childhood home, yes, it is still in the family. Now owned by my sister and her husband, and they're now 10-year-old son. Thank you for taking my check-in. N6KNE/HK, Fusa, Columbia. All right, thank you, Ken. Enjoy Columbia. Have a good day. Well, that takes us down to the end of another list. We got about 7. Start another one. Company call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo, Juliet 5, Foxtrot, Oscar, X-Ray, KJ5, FOX, Chad, Hutto, Texas.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta India, Quebec, KD6, DIQ, Todd, in and out.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris, in and out.
November 5, Golf India, N5 GI, mobile.
All right, well, we're getting there. We had KD6 DIQ Todd in Yucca Valley, California, and KD8 DLB Chris in Novi, Michigan, both in and out. Good morning, guys. Thanks for checking in. Have a great day. We had KJ X Chad in Hutto, Texas, And we have 5 GI Rick in the Villages, Florida. He's mobile. Let's grab him. Good morning, Rick. Question of the day. Is your childhood home still in your family? Good morning.
Hope everybody's having a good day today. Answer to the question is no. Unfortunately, all of our childhood homes are no longer in the family. Both of my parents have passed on. But we do visit them occasionally just to relive some memories there. Say 73 to everybody. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And back to net control, N5GI.
All righty, thank you, Rick. Have a great day. Next up, we have KJ5. That's Chad in Texas. Good morning, Chad.
KJ5FOX. Well, good morning. Hopefully you're hearing me good. I'm still probably 30 miles from the repeater, so but I'm driving towards that direction. Childhood home. This is a first-time check-in, by the way. I was picking you up on 2 different repeaters there for a minute. Childhood home has been sold, and I miss it. It got me thinking about it. Country, and me and my brother, we would jump on bicycles and we would ride for miles, sometimes not even seeing anybody, and had some great times. We had a pond, and there was a spring. You could go get you a cup of water, and it's all gone. And now I live in the city, and I'm afraid to let my daughter go 2 blocks down the road, you know. But anyway, good to check in here, and good to hear everybody this morning. I hope everybody has a good day. This is KJ5FOX.
All righty, thank you, Chad. Yep, you were hitting it just fine. Full quieting sounded great this morning. And yep, I agree. We had a pond, we had woods, we had fields, and you could just go all over the place and not have to worry about it. I'm kind of like that now. We're out in the middle of a cornfield right now, so I'm not doing too bad. Have a great day. 3 minutes. Let's take a couple of more check-ins. Come now to the call signs twice and slowly.
QWK. K2QWK, Mobile.
KB3 VPK. KB3 VPK.
KB2, here up, Mike, in and out.
All right, let's hold it up right there. We caught the W9SAM Sampson, Ohio, another KB2. We got KB3 VPK Marion East in Pennsylvania, K2 QWK Phillip East Aurora, New York. There's a KB2 station. Come back with your call sign twice and slowly, please. Just the KB2 station.
KD2 PME, Kilo Delta 2, Papa Mike Echo.
All right, we got you, Rich in Islip, New York. All right, let's grab our information real fast here. K2 QWK Phillip, East Aurora, New York. Question of the day, is your childhood home still in your family? Good morning, Phillip.
Good morning. Childhood home is not still in the family. I sold when my parents passed away in 2005. So it's been 20 years since we sold the house. So I go every now and then and take a look at it, and they've fixed it up and stuff. So it's nice to see it, but it's not in the family anymore. Back to that, K2QWK.
All right, thank you, Phillip. Have a great day. Next up, we have Mary, KB3 VPK in Easton, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, all. Yes, Mom, God bless her soul, 87 years old, is still holding down the fort in the family home. KB3VP.
All righty, thank you, Mary. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in. Next up, W9, Sam in Union, Ohio. Good morning, Sam. Yeah, all right, well, hearing nothing, let's end it with KD2, PME, Rich in Islip, New York. Rich.
Good morning everyone on the net. And now after my mom passed away 25 years ago, we sold the house soon after, so not in the family anymore. Back to net, KD2 PME.
All righty, thank you, Rich. You have a great day. And with that, this is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KABKY, and Dick, WB2JPQ. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in on the Morning Brew. And we now return East Coast Reflector to normal amateur radio use. 73s, everybody.